All right, now that I've won 2 of the 4 of these brand new cars in this current version 7.1.5, as you can see, the next limited time series number 3, is going to be for Ferrari 488 GT3, and we got some 22 hours before that starts. So while we're waiting, why don't we check into the actual 2018 season of the IMSA GTD Motorsports section here, and we'll try to run through the exhibition series as well, but for this one, let's run through the 2018 season first. In case you want to know, the exhibition series, I'm, as I said, a little disappointed that it only features the Acura, and of course it's a pretty short series with the 10 gold total, with the, I want to say, maybe 5 tiers in the actual series. So that's a pretty quick one, and since it does not require any PR, or you don't even have to own the car, it's a pretty easy 10 gold, and also get to check out a new car if you don't own it. So that applies for every motorsports section, I believe. So something to check out to gain some extra gold there. But anyway, for this one, we'll check into the 2018 season of the series IMSA GTD. So race the top GT Daytona cars from the 2018 season of IMSA GTD. So of course I've already won Acura NSX GT3, and that limited time series is over by now. And of course we have the other one, the Beamer M6 GT3, and that one is still going. And then of course, as you saw earlier, the Ferrari is going to be the next one, starting in, as it says, 22 hours, and then the last one's going to be for the Lambo Huracán GT3. So while we are waiting on those 2 cars to catch up, let's, as I said, check into this 2018 season. The PR requirement to 100% complete this series is 82.3, as you can, if you have been following my videos in the description. I don't know if you, how many of you guys actually look through the description. I have listed all the PR requirement and the total reward for these series. So the total reward for 100% completion is going to be 75 gold. And as I said, the PR requirement is 82.3. Of course, in order to win any of these cars, you need to bring the PR up to 79.5. So we're almost there, but not quite, right? So with the limited time series PR, you should be able to complete 75% of the series. So that's that, and you don't have to own all 4 cars to get 100% completion in these in this series. Like any other motorsports series, you only need 1 per season. So, and I know these cars are pretty expensive to upgrade, each costing 428 gold, I believe, right? So so far between Acura and the Beamer, my personal preference is Acura for a number of reasons. I generally prefer the cars with the quicker acceleration, and also simply because Acura is a new manufacturer in the game, you know what I mean? And that's the only car we have, so, from Acura. So yeah, anyway, let's get going with the tier 1. We got Autocross at Mount Panorama. Well, actually all at Mount Panorama, because we're starting, the title says Mount Panorama, right? So we got Autocross, Elimination, and the Cup. So we'll check in with the Autocross first. And of course, here are the 2 cars that I've won so far with the limited time series PR, right? 79.5 with the 3 upgrades across the board. As you can see, the 21 upgrades out of 28 total available. And then, yeah, so these 2 we're still waiting. So as I said, Which one should we take out for a spin first? Let's start with Acura, just because, as I said, I like this car. And the target time to beat is 55 seconds and change, so shouldn't be too bad. And it looks like it's set by also another Acura. So early tiers, I don't expect the choice of car is going to make that much of a difference. But you never know, right? Nope. Some really silly mistakes. And of course, all these GT3 class cars have a pretty strong grip. Obviously, Beamer has a little bit more edge than the others when it comes down to grip, but you know, I mean, when you're dealing with the not PR, but the grip up in 1.6 and change, you know, I mean, that's pretty grippy. So sticking to the road. All right. And apparently we're already competing against TSM bots. All right, so that's fun. All right, cool stuff. So let's keep on rolling, shall we? So I believe the Elimination was the next race, and well, I would like to make my way through this series without having to service the car as frequently. So you know what that means. Right on that cutting corner, I will most likely just park and let these other cars just kind of push me sideways. Should be able to block 3 cars, I think, as long as I don't have any seepers that want to get around me. So let's see how that goes. But of course, in order to achieve that, the first goal is I gotta come out ahead and get a head start going up the hill, so I can park midway. Early apex there. And then we can maybe park right about here as we wait for our friends to catch up. Where is it gonna be? Outside, inside? Come on, I can hear you. All right. Get a nice push from, oh no. That was my concern. I think I might have parked a little too early there. All right, now I'm gonna have to chase down my friend here. Excuse me. Of course, I can try to do it again, going down the hill. So, well, let's try it again right here. Now this is downhill, so obviously gravity is not on my side. Whoa, check that out. Oh. Hopefully this does not backfire. That was not very good handling through the forest elbow. Alright, 17, 16. Okay, am I going to be able to catch up? I would certainly hope so. Of course, you can push pretty deep into this corner. And there we go. Ended up being almost the whole lap. So, oh well. I still think that is better than running off without playing blockade. So, and of course these cars you cannot customize, unfortunately, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. All right, that's a couple of more bars than I wanted to spend on this race, but it is what it is. And that should, let's see, that's gold trophy number 2, and unlocks the next tier, which is Circuit of the Americas. So that's kind of cool. So in the next tier, we got endurance and speed record that we're gonna have to do. So general strategy: if you want to run through the series as quickly as possible, I would recommend saving the cup race until your car's service bars are near the end, like just above the red, because obviously cup races are longer and they're most likely going to your car will end up in red anyway after cup race, so that way you can knock out a couple of extra races before you do that. So that applies for like when you're dealing with it. Works really, that strategy works really well if you want to get through, let's say, exclusive series, because in that one, of course, all tiers are unlocked from the beginning, right? And also it helps to have the twice the service bonus, right? So you have twice as much green bars before you need service. So yeah, so a little extra strategy for getting a bit more mileage out of your service bars, if you will. But for this one, I will just do the Mount Panorama 2-lapper. Of course, I could hire Eric, but for now, since we got 2 cars to alternate between, we'll just do this double-lapper Mount Panorama Cup first tier, so no PR requirement. But if you are here right now, the chances are you have won this car, meaning your PR is already up to 79.5, I'd assume. Because it'll be silly to buy it when it's available through limited time series. And you'll have to upgrade anyway, right? Alright. So here we go. There we go. Take over the lead early on, and we'll try to keep it that way. And since I am mostly seeing TSM bots, I don't know if there's any point in trying to train these bots. Not to mention that really this is just what would you call it, actual normal part of the game where there's no time limit. So alright, that is a pretty good run. There we go. And let's see if we can get a little better handle on this ever so important forest elbow. That wasn't very good. Indecisiveness. I tell ya, there is no place for indecision in top class racing. course we can push pretty far down. Even then, I probably could have pushed a little bit further down before I jumped on the brakes there. There we go, 145 for lap 1. Alright, I like that. Let's see, what kind of top speed can we reach? About 269 before climbing up the hill here. "34 seconds at first checkpoint for this, let's say, regular lap, where we got the rolling start, essentially. Okay, I think that was a little bit more decisive, but I don't know if I cleared it any better. I feel like I might have slowed down a bit too much. What is it, minute 8 seconds for the checkpoint 2? There we go. Minute 30, 1, 2, 3. And 139. Alright. I did like that lap. The second lap was pretty good, if I may say so myself. And beat a few friends along the way. I'm sure they'll beat me right back. But that does it for Tier 1 at Mount Panorama here. So, cool stuff. And as I was saying, does put the car in red, so we'll get it serviced. Since we have another car to race here. Alright. And it unlocks the time trial. Alright, good deal. We'll see you in the next tier. Circuit of the Americas.